Okay, here we go. This is going to be an interesting one. Erika M. Now, the last video I did was Sting of the Bee, and I talked about this woman named Therese Catherine Ellis, who is what the song Sting of the Bee is about. And I had mentioned that she was very touched and appreciative of the fact that I wrote that song for her. She thought it was very cool. I also mentioned in that video that not every woman was very happy with the fact they had a song written about them, at least from me. And I felt that, Lance really wanted to know about one that was not happy. This is the song that I wrote for a woman, an actual woman, really a young 19-year-old, I think. And she was not happy I wrote this song. For 2.5 years, from the years 2012 to 2014, really 2 years, I guess, I had a job working at Sears. I was a cashier there. And I had to sell credit apps, or I say sell, but you had to sign people up for credit apps. I just said sell for short, not like you don't buy them, but you had to make people sign up for credit apps, and you had to make people sign up for your, these customers. They don't want you to say customers at Sears. They want you to say members. So just to piss off the people at Sears, we'll call them customers. So you had to, if you were going to be the cashier, your responsibilities were to have them sign up for credit card apps and Shop Your Way rewards programs. And if you didn't do good in your numbers, you would get a talking to, you would get called in the office, and you would probably be let go, because it was all based on how you did in numbers. That's all they really cared about. I got to the point where I was able to get a routine, and I was doing pretty good at signing up people for credit apps. And the Shop Your Ways were really hard, but the credit apps were really cool, because if you did get someone signed up, even if they didn't approve for a credit card, you got a $2 commission for that. And twice a year, certain months, I don't know what months they were, or if they were just random, there was 2 credit cards. There was the Sears card and the Sears MasterCard. And for 2 months out of a year, if you signed up people for the Sears MasterCard, you got $4 commission. The Sears card was always $2. And when I worked there, I was actually making pretty good money, because if it was a good month, I had a lot, I would get like 600, almost $700 paychecks. Especially with that $4 credit app month, that was a good month for me if I was getting them. There was an employee there named Erika Mendoza. She was a young 18-year-old woman, and she'd gotten a job, and I trained her. I helped train her. And I had been with the company for about a year, and then my store manager comes up to me and says, "What's your availability like?" Like, well, I'm pretty available. I would encourage you to, sign up for full-time, which is what I wanted anyway. I was actually part-time for a while there, but I was getting full-time hours. And then I signed up for full-time, and then they liked my performance, so they gave me a $1 raise. I was making $7.25, then $8.25. And then I became full-time, and Erika Mendoza became full-time somehow. And we were the only 2 full-time cashiers there. And I did something right, and they really liked me at first. And then they didn't like me. But we're not going to go along with that story. That's a long and boring story. And what you want to know is the story about Erika Mendoza. Who is Erika Mendoza, other than the fact that we already know she was a cashier at Sears? Well, it was her birthday. One day there, and she had to work on her birthday. I had my birthday off. She had to work on her birthday. She had to work like a 9 to 6 shift. That was our shifts. 9. Sometimes it wasn't always like that, but I liked the 9 to 6 shifts. I didn't like the 1 to close. I hated that. And my last cashier lead, I hated Maria Martinez with a passion. And if she's watching this, please, Maria, go to hell. You were pathetic. Okay, got that out of the way. Erika had to work on her birthday, and she had this beautiful black dress on and black leggings or black nylon. I think it was black nylons. Kind of a short, kind of a mini dress. So she looked kind of attractive. Not that I ever really wanted anything romantic with her, because she was 19 and I was, who cares how old I was? I was in my freaking 30s. So I thought I would be nice and I'd write this song for her birthday. And it was basically a song about how I knew that her and I just hated, everybody hated working at Sears because of the pressures they put you on under. They hated the fact that you were, like, you know, like, they just hated that you had to pressure customers into signing up for things they didn't care about. They wanted to get in, buy their crap, and get out. That's all they, you know, they don't want to be pressured. And then the customers would get, you know, really, you know, annoyed, and they'd snap at you or whatever. And a lot of times I would snap back. Sometimes I got away with it. Sometimes I mainly would get away with it. So depending on the managers, they were pretty tolerable of me because my numbers were good and whatever. I've gotten away with a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't have gotten away with in my life. But so it was her birthday, and I wrote this song for her. You know, and the song was basically describing about the fact that we were both in a situation that we didn't like being in, but we knew we had to keep being in this situation for us to make a living. We were making pretty, you know, like I said, we weren't making great money, but we were making pretty good money, and I had a savings account at the time, and having a roommate helped. You know, the dreaded roommate that I kicked out and he stole my Gretsch guitar. Never saw that guitar again. I had to kick him out though. But anyway, we were basically both in this situation where, you know, we didn't want to be there, but this is what we had to do to survive at the time, to make money. And the song describes the fact that, you know, see the light down at the end that will lead you forward, but don't step back in the realm that will lead you backwards. Meaning, there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. You're here now. It sucks, and at times it's a nightmare. But there's light up ahead. It's basically a very positive song. There's light up ahead. And, you know, don't step back in the realm. Don't get yourself down to where you think, I'm staying here forever, and there's no way out of this hellhole. You know, and I've been known to be negative like that, but I put a lot of positivity in this song, and it was a birthday present for her. I'd never really written a song for a woman on their birthday. Well, I wrote the song, and I can't remember if I sent her the lyrics, because we were Facebook friends, and I can't remember if I sent her the lyrics, because her and I used to chat on Facebook. I like to chat on Facebook with my friends, but I can't remember if I did or not. But anyway, me, John Bausch, and Robert McDougall, we went to go record the song. So we recorded it, and we made the CD, and it didn't take too long to make. We like I said, John was only in the other video. John was only in the band for about 4 months, but we were able to get him to do a CD, and he had a studio in this. It was a garage, but it wasn't a garage anymore because he turned it into just a studio, so you couldn't drive your car in there. He took the garage door out and made a door and everything, and it was a nice studio. Had a pretty good console. His console wasn't as big as Jason Richards' console when you know, Gary Corbin and I went to go record Cheese Shop at the Clockwright Studios, but he still had a pretty good sized console and recorded us. And it was, I think, drums, guitar, and bass. It was mostly live. Guitar lead was overdubbed by John Bausch, and my vocals were of course overdubbed. The vocals were the last thing. And John Bausch actually harmonized. He wants to be called Skidmore, so I should be calling him Skidmores in this. And because I wanted harmony vocals, we tried to get Rob to do it, but Rob just didn't quite have the right voice. And John was like, well, I'll do it. And John's not a bad singer. He's a good guitar player. He's actually a better musician than he will give himself credit for. And I think the reason why he left the band was because we wanted to play live. Rob and I were really wanting to do Carousel Lounge. And John just like, I can't do this. I'm not ready. I think he had some stage fright. I knew some peers that told us that he had stage fright. So we recorded the CD. and I did the cover art and everything for it and packaged it. Now I'm working at Sears, and I've made a lot of good friends there, and I sold the CD for $2. That was the price. A lot of people at Sears bought the CD. I don't remember if I gave Erika one or not. I can't remember, but I sold a lot. A lot of my friends bought copies of the CD, and I had a lot of them on Facebook, and I told them I advertised it on Facebook, and I got a lot of people who wanted to buy the CD. And I ended up selling 21 copies of Erika M. That's not all counting what was sold at Sears. I was actually making money at Sears, like people were giving me money. I was actually doing merchandise sales on my own at work, which was pretty cool. But like later on in the future, when Crack in the Wall did play live again, when it was Robert McDougall, Corbin Young, and Gary Moore, we had the Erika M single. I had I reissued it, and sold them. So I did sell some at concerts too. So that the 21 sales is counting that. Everybody was talking about the song and how great they thought the song was, and the recording quality. They were like, "Wow, that's really good." People that didn't even like rock music. You know, there was this one woman, a young woman, I can't remember her name, but her favorite artist was Demi Lovato. Anyway, but she bought the CD to be polite, and she liked, we were kind of friends, but we weren't like, we would never hang out outside of work, because she didn't like rock, she liked Demi Lovato. She was 19, I don't know. I can't hang out with 19-year-olds. But I made some really close friends, and I did hang out with Justin, who was about 19 or 18, and he was really cool. He bought the CD, and so things had happened. Erika did not like the fact that I wrote that song, and I remember my friend Justin, who I just mentioned, he had the song like on his phone, I guess, and they were like. It was after the store closed. I didn't see this happen, but he told me that this is what happened. After the store closed, everybody was like trying to face the store and get it ready and get the clothes all out of the fitting rooms, put it back up. And he had played part of the song, Erika M, behind Erika. And Erika turned around and snapped at him and said, "Stop it, Justin." But yeah, for whatever reason, Erika didn't like the fact that I wrote this song about her. And she was pretty stuck up too. I knew she was kind of a, somewhat of a bitch and pretty stuck up and immature and full of herself, but I was that way too at that age. So I thought for sure I thought we were friends, basically, because we used to moan and groan about how horrible Sears was. And I thought we were friends. I thought that, we wouldn't have hung out, it's just hanging out with an 18, 19-year-old woman, and I was, I think I was 34 at the time. Some people might not find that weird, but I just don't want to come off as this creepy guy. But I thought she was cool, and I wouldn't write a song for just anybody. I write what inspires me. But she did not like it. She was just, and at first it really bothered me. I was mad, because I worked hard on this song. I paid for the recording and everything, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. Why does it matter if she doesn't like the song at all? Be selfish about it. I wrote a damn good song. I'm proud of it. The recording's great. The musicianship on it's great. That was the first CD I actually made with Crack in the Wall where I thought the CD was good, because the recordings before that all had problems, and I was never completely happy with them. But the Erika M CD single was the first one I was completely happy with. I thought, this is the best CD that Crack in the Wall's ever done. This is the best one. And sold 21 copies. Erika M did get some airplay in Austin. We were played on KOOP radio, Austin Community Radio. We were played. In fact, here's a true story. I was listening to KOOP. They had this show, and I think it used to come on Thursdays. And I remember I was still working at Sears at the time. And actually, after my shift, KOP Studios was on Airport Boulevard. It was pretty close to where Sears was in the Hancock Center. So I went over there and dropped off a CD, and the people took the CD, and they were super nice, and they were very appreciative that I gave them that. They were this one guy was just all smiles, and he was very appreciative. And then I'm just listening to Around the Town Sounds maybe about a week or two later, And what Around the Town Sounds is, it's nothing but local Austin bands. It's a really good show. And I don't remember the DJ's name, but I heard him announce, okay, I'm going to play this new song by this group called Crack in the Wall. I've listened to this, and I really, really like this. So this is a song called Erika M, and check this out. And he played the song on the radio, and I called my mom, like, Mom, you're not going to believe this. We're on the radio right now. And I emailed Robert, like, dude, you're not going to believe this. You probably are not, by the time you see this email, the song will be over, but we're being played on the radio right now. And not only that, but I was on Facebook, and the Crack the Wall Facebook page got a new like. It was by the DJ. The DJ liked that song so much, he looked us up on Facebook and gave it a like. I really needed that in that time period. Like, okay, Erica Mendoza, she didn't like the song. Who gives a crud? With that stuck-up little loosey-poosey woman, you know. You've got to, I mean, I'm not trying to sound too arrogant, but you've got to, like, harden your skin. You've got to really harden your heart and not let things get to you. Because at first I was pissed that, you know, no thank you, nothing, you know. And I worked hard on the song, but you know what? I find it comical now. And where is she now? Who knows? Maybe she's still working at that Sears. I haven't talked to her in a long time. I didn't talk to her much after that, but I didn't care. And one more thing I'm going to say, the next time we had, after the CD was recorded, the next time I went to John Bausch's house to play, he had just finished dinner or something, and I was about a little bit early, and John would get really annoyed I would come too early, but that's how I am. I'm early to everything because I have anxiety, and I can't wait to get there, get things done. But I get there, and we're talking for a little bit, and he's looking at me, he's like, oh, dude, how the hell did you get that thing on the radio? And I told him, well, I just went over there after my shift one day and dropped off a CD, and they were really cool, and then, you know, a week or two later, it's being played. So that was cool that we got to be on KAOP radio. It was cool. I got to hear the song, and it wasn't from the CD. It was actually it was going out live, and you know, the DJ gave it a like on Facebook. He said that he really liked it and loved, you know. And it was probably, I think it was the next week, actually, because I remember it was very briefly after, it was like right after I had dropped it off there. And it was cool. It was really cool. I only heard us played that one time. Whether we got played more, I don't know. I always tried to listen to Around the Town Sounds just to see, okay, well, are we getting played? And I listened to it a few times, but only heard it that one time. But you know what? One is like a million times to me. That's if you play our song once, especially if it's a really great, powerful song like that. That's a million. That means a million to me. Chorus of the song is "Buried treasure lies on the other side." Buried treasure lies on the other side. Take off your mask. Feel yourself free inside. You know what? When was the last time I listened to this song? Basically, the chorus is just what I was describing. How you're in a situation, you can't get out of it now, but you're paying your dues. And you will be rewarded at the end, is basically what the song is about. That's really what, you know, the whole message of the song was. And there were some other kind of weird things about it. But that's the story of Erika M. And this may kind of break me for saying this, but I have to confess something. The first line of the song is, "I will hold you in my arms and then I will break you." The way I sing that song, the way I sing that line, "I will hold you in my arms and then I will break you," is complete ripoff phrasing from a song by And You Will Know Us by the Trail of Dead. They have a song called Isis Unveiled from their 2009 Century of Self album. And I heard the song, and I saw the music video for it on YouTube. And I really liked the song, and I'm not even a huge And You Will Know Us by the Trail of Dead fan, but the way that Conrad sang that first part, I can't even tell you what he's singing. But I wrote that, I'm thinking, I'm gonna rip this off. I'm gonna blatantly steal this from And You Will Know Us by the Trail of Dead to see if anything will happen to me. You know, and I remember I did contact the guitar player, Kevin Wayne Allen, and he just gave me a thumbs up, and we chatted a little bit, and he's like, I don't think it means anything. He didn't really care. I think it was more Conrad's song than anything. That was the last album that Kevin Wayne Allen did. I don't know why he left the band. I don't know the whole history of him, but so yeah, I just kept listening to that song. I'm thinking, okay, I'm just gonna rip this off just to see if anything will happen. And I remember Rob was like, I said, Rob, listen to this song. Tell me if you hear any similarities to Isis Unveiled by Trail of Dead and then Erika M by Us. He's like, oh yeah, the phrasing is note for note. And I said, I confessed, yeah, I ripped that off of Conrad Keeley. And Robert was like, great, I want to get sued. He used to joke about that all the time. I want to get sued. I'm like, that'd be pretty hilarious. That'd be really freaking cool if we got sued by And You Will Know Us by Trail of Dead. But nothing ever came of it, and I don't know if Conrad ever knew anything about it, but I have Conrad Keeley as a friend on Facebook, and I had posted things about, you know, the Erika M song and then the Isis Unveiled song, and either he saw it and didn't care, or saw it and not knew what it meant, or didn't see it at all. So in a nutshell, the first line is a direct, you know, phrasing ripoff of listen to Erika M. I have it on SoundCloud, and I might have some live versions. I don't actually have the studio version on YouTube, but listen to, for those of you who have heard Erika M, listen to Erika M, the first line, and then go to listen to Trail of Dead's Isis Unveiled. It's completely the same. I completely stole that. Just to see what happens. You know, Led Zeppelin stole a lot of things. There's a lot of plagiarism. I just wanted to do one ripoff once in my life, and you only live once. So this one was a bit long, the Erika M story, but it's about Erica Mendoza, who worked as a cashier at Sears. And was a song saying, you know, don't despair. I wish I could remember the chorus. I haven't heard the song in so long, and I haven't played the damn thing in forever, but buried treasure lies on the other side. Take off your mask, feel yourself free inside. Break down walls to get to the other side. Don't despair, when it's over you will have time. Break down walls till you get to the other side, meaning don't let anything stand in your way. Don't give up. You know, everything will be cool. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap this up. That's volume 4 in the song storytelling video, Erika M. Came out in 2014. And thanks for watching. We'll do another song later on, probably tomorrow, if not today. If I have time today, I possibly might be able to do another one today. But definitely want to do these somewhat daily, definitely weekly, if not daily. But I have had some time, and that's for Lance Cook. I don't know if Lance Cook knew the whole story behind that, but this is Lance's idea. He wants to know the backstory of all the songs. So that's the story of Erika M. And I'm wrapping this up. I'm going to end this video now. And I will see you on the flip side with another song story. And I hope you enjoy that. And everybody have a good day and have a happy holiday. We have Thanksgiving next week. So I'll see you on the flip side. Goodbye, everybody. Peace out.